Vantage.
Ebonite International over the last several years has committed a tremendous amount of resources to developing the most modern and sophisticated manufacturing controls and processes. All of these controls and processes have now been integrated into Vantage. Such things as enterprise resource planning, computer-aided design, computer-aided manufacturing on our plant floor, along with statistical process control. All things to ensure that we make the highest quality product to the most rigid specifications. Also, at the same time, we want to ensure that we're able to give personalized customer service. I think you'll enjoy the tour, and you'll be able to see the level of sophistication that we have at Vantage that very few can follow.
Hi, my name is PJ Rosendahl. I'm a former mechanic. I'm now the product manager for Vantage Genuine Parts. It is my job to make sure that the exacting standards that you want in form, fit, and function are met. Today's Vantage tour will show you how we're meeting those with our quality, production, and inventory. As we take the tour of Vantage, you will be meeting the people who make the difference in manufacturing our parts. I'd like to now introduce Eric Sullivan, the machine shop supervisor for Vantage Genuine Parts.
Vantage.
My name is Eric Sullivan. I started as a drill press operator here, and I'm now the production supervisor of the machine shop. As you can see, we start out with quality machines and quality people, and we've tried to give them the resources necessary to produce the best parts possible here. We're running an SQC pack software on these computers. The software tracks the critical dimensions of our parts and enables us at any time to see a snapshot of how much variation we're getting in these dimensions. Using this system, we can produce parts beyond tolerances but to the full capabilities of our machines. And that enables us to produce quality beyond what our blueprints call for in most circumstances. So I wanted to show you the statistical process software I was speaking of. You can see this is one of our charts here, and we have what we call control limits there. And those are going to be inside of our tolerance levels, but we're going to catch anything before it gets out of those control limits, and it just really helps us keep the quality up to the best these machines are capable of making. We're now in our programming and quality room, and this is our centerpiece here. It's a coordinate measuring machine, and we use this for several purposes, but one of them is to measure parts that either have very low tolerances where accuracy is critical, and to measure some things that we don't have ways of doing otherwise, such as roundness or concentricity. I've got a program set to check the dimensions on this for me, and you'll see it'll automatically check a series of things that I've designated for it, and it'll print out a report for me telling me what was in tolerance, what wasn't in tolerance, and everything I need to know about this part. It's going to tell us exactly what size it is, how close to a perfect circle it is, where any high or low spots, everything we need to know about it. Our probe tip can go around and touch it all the way around, and it actually draws a digital picture of the shape that we have there. We can take that digital picture, we can overlay it to the blueprint that we have, or we can overlay it to OEM parts or other parts, compare it, see where any high spots, low spots are. Just gives a real accurate picture of something that is very difficult to measure. Every little point, as you see that it takes around there, it's plotting a shape for that part, and we're going to have a perfect drawing of it by the time it's finished. We can also do this in reverse. We can take a drawing, put it into our computer. This is very useful for both checking our parts and for new part design, for OEM quality reviews. It's got endless uses.
The next stop on the Vantage tour is the urethane department. I'm Frank Combs. I'm a supervisor of the urethane department. We've made a lot of changes in the last 6 months here. We used to batch out of buckets. Now we've come to this urethane machine that's fully automated, and we're able to cast all our parts right here from these cushion blocks, deck chutes, we have door paddles.
Vantage.
here now in the warehouse area of Vantage Bowling. I'd like to introduce Dave Eshtay. He's our plant manager.
Over the past couple of years, we've spent a lot of time and effort in upgrading our inventory control systems. Some of the biggest changes have been barcoding, moving to high-density storage systems that are just wide enough for the forklift to drive down. Another thing that this allowed us to do was have individual bin locations that the computer system can store which parts are in which location instead of having one large area for all of the parts in our warehouse. As you can see, all of the parts are barcoded and the bin locations are barcoded. Have your order in his handheld computer on his forklift to see what part you ordered, see what location it's in, scan the bin location to tell the computer that he's taken the part, scan the part to verify that it's the correct part, and then pull the quantity that's required for your order. After he gets all of your order together, he proceeds on to the shipping department for packaging.
Just to recap what we've seen at Vantage today, I'd like to talk about the different areas. The machine shop area is an area where the mechanic is going to realize that we can hold tolerances above spec, and that's the proof. In the urethane department, you see the new machine has increased production by 300%. With our enhanced inventory systems and shipping and receiving, the results speak for themselves. Some of those results are, with our inventory accuracy that we track every day, is that we are at a 97% complete shipment rate within 3 days. As you've seen at Vantage today, the internal changes have brought on external changes as well. Some of the external changes I'd like to talk about in conclusion are our tech staff program, our roundtable program, and how we're listening to mechanics to make sure we improve our parts. The tech staff program, which was developed about a year ago, is a series of 8 mechanics that are on staff that are prototyping and testing products for us every day. We're also doing roundtables around the country, Chicago, LA, New York, listening to mechanics like yourself about the problems with our parts. These issues are concerns for us, and this is why the changes we've made internally downstairs are making the difference on the quality of our parts. It's the quality of production and inventory that Vantage genuine parts are the best on the market today. We have to be better than the original. So I want to thank you for visiting Vantage. I'm confident that we have improved our parts with our #1 customer in mind, you the mechanic. I'm PJ Rosendahl. Feel free to contact us at 1-800-255-7401 or at vantagebowling.com.